Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So, y'all, now, unless you've been living under a rock, it would be the only reason that you have for not knowing that Diddy was arrested in New York last night. So, y'all, just like I said, once the feds took this over, I knew that it was it for him. I knew that it was it for him. And a lot of us knew that he was going to be arrested, just like I said, once the feds pick it up. And then on top of that, once that video of Cassie was released, it was a done deal. It was a done deal for him. So I'm really wondering what his friends, well, a whole lot of them probably they don't have anything to say because they left him alone. So they say when when they saw the footage of him physically abusing Cassie. But like I said, he still secretly has some friends on the side and all of that. So, but can't any of them tell me? Can't any of them tell me that they did not see this coming for this man? Cannot now one of his friends tell me that they did not see this coming? If they didn't see it coming in the beginning or what were unsure, there's been so many things that's brought his name up in the past few months that people are not going to keep on lying about. Like I said, just not long ago, that people been lost. He been lost his power. He been lost that power. So once he lost that power, people weren't really scared of him anymore. That's why you have all of these lawsuits coming out. People are not scared of him. I don't look at a lot of them lawsuits like they're money grabs. There's no way in the world that everybody's saying the exact same thing about this man for him to not have done anything. We saw the footage of him physically abusing Cassie. We saw that. But the ones we didn't see, there's so many others we didn't see. And a lot of those people, just like Don Rich, a lot of those people are coming out suing him right now. So I don't think that these lawsuits are money grabs. I don't think these lawsuits money grabs. And then, just like I said too, this man's lawyers, he's paying top dollar for. So they are doing or were doing all that they can to keep this man out of jail. So you know they're gonna comb through these lawsuits. They're gonna comb through these lawsuits and they're gonna look for anything that's going to discredit these people. So I don't think, at least I wouldn't. I would be too nervous. The lawyers, like I said, y'all, they're going to comb through that. So there's no way in the world that I would sue this man on lies. If I knew that I was lying, there's no way in the world that I would jump out there and try to sue this man. So I feel like that these people who are jumping out there to sue him, these people, these are not money grabs. These people who are no longer afraid of him. So just like the way that I look at it, he's done so much to so many people for so long. And I'm just so glad they got his ass. I'm glad they got his ass. And on the charges that they have him on, I can't see him getting out of I can't see it. He's going to jail. He is going to jail. He's going to jail and he's going to jail for a long time. I don't see him getting out of this. And then I know people, his friends, his buddies, his ex-friends, his ex-girlfriends, whoever that had any type of association and any type of dealings with this man, attended any of his parties or anything else that had anything to do with him, I know they are shaking in their boots right now because them people said they're coming from every. This man has a RICO charge. He's not going down by himself. He's top dog. They got top dog. But there's some more people that's going to come behind him, y'all. There are some more people who's coming behind him. And just like I said, I know his friends, his ex-friends, his whoever's that had any type of dealings with this man. I know that they are biting their nails right now because they don't know if their name are going to be. We done already seen in the lawsuit that Lil Rod filed. He mentioned references to Usher and Meek Mill. So we already know Usher and Meek Mill are definitely going to be mentioned. Stevie J probably definitely going. Well, not probably. I'm sure that he is definitely going to be mentioned. All of these people, y'all, all of these people that had dealings with this man, I know that they are, y'all. I'm telling you, if I was this, if I was ever in this man's circle and ever been in any type of situations like what these people suing him about, y'all, I would be so scared, y'all, for my name to be coming up. I don't know what I would be doing with myself right now. I don't know what I would be doing with myself right now because that video footage of him physically abusing Cassie at their hotel, that video footage was released to the public after Diddy's houses were raided. So they got that footage, they got that tape, that video, they got that from Diddy's house. They got that during that raid. So imagine, y'all, just imagine what else they had. They said this man had cameras all through his houses. And all of these people who wanted to be friends with him and wanted to be around him, all of y'all were recorded. So if y'all were doing anything off the wall, the feds got y'all too. The feds and seen y'all too. So I guess depending on whatever they have going on in the video, the feds might not have much to say. But if it's anything involving these freak off parties, y'all, yeah, it's just all, just like I said, it's coming down the pike. So y'all be prepared. If y'all ever had any of this type of stuff going on with him, y'all be prepared for the feds to be reaching out to you. So anyway, y'all, let me read this and see what's going on. Y'all, but before I even read this, I'm so glad that he's in jail. Like, I am so glad that he is in jail, y'all. I feel like he need to be, well, let me not say, I was about to say I feel like he need to be in jail more than R. Kelly, but no, R. Kelly need to be in jail too. He need to be in jail too. He was doing some messed up stuff too, but he wasn't doing it. Well, as far as we know, he didn't get the trafficking charges and, some of that other stuff like Diddy got. But just like I said in that video yesterday, I think y'all, they all do the same thing. They're all into the same thing. Right now, Diddy is the face of it. But this needed to happen with him, y'all. I don't care. I do not care. This needed to happen with him. Now they about to look into the Kim Porter thing. They about to look into the Biggie thing. The Tupac thing already being looked into. He about to have, so y'all, it's about to rain down on his head. So let me get into this article, y'all. It says Diddy indicted on sex trafficking, racketeering, and kidnapping charges. Sean Diddy Combs is now a criminal defendant in a sex trafficking, racketeering, and kidnapping case after a grand jury indicted him. This, according to official documents. Diddy has been charged with 3 counts: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion. I can never say that word, y'all. Fraud or coercion, whatever. And transportation to engage in prostitution. According to the indictment from 2008 to the present, members of the Combs enterprise allegedly engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics, offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. According to the indictment, the purpose of the Combs enterprise was to operate a global business in the media, entertainment, and lifestyle industries. The purpose also includes preserving Diddy's power and fulfilling his personal desires, especially in relation to his sexual gratification, including through the exploitation, of women and use of commercial sex workers. This man had a whole lot going on, y'all. He had a whole lot going on. All right. The indictment mentions the now famous freak off parties, calling them elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. The indictment alleges Combs lured women into his orbit under the pretense of a romantic relationship and then used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers. Yeah. After the freak offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. Wow. The indictment does not include details on the kidnapping allegations other than they occurred in California, as did arson and bribery. As for the drug charges, they allegedly involved the intent to distribute narcotics, including cocaine, oxycodone, Xanax, GHB, the date rape drug, MDMA, and ketamine. The indictment references what was seized during the raids at Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills and Miami, various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They also seized firearms, including three AR-15s with defaced serial numbers and a drum magazine. They got his ass. They got him. There is no way he is getting out of this. No way. I don't care how much money he's paying his lawyers. There's no way he's getting out of this, y'all. They got him. If they don't have him for anything else, all of this stuff that they just mentioned right here, y'all, that's enough right there. They got him. So, okay, so this right here, y'all, this is from CNN. This is the video footage of him physically abusing Cassie in a hotel that everyone saw back a few months ago. So, y'all, anywho, let me get on with this article. The indictment also includes allegations of violence against women. He alleged to have assaulted women by striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. It references a March 2016 incident at an LA hotel captured on video, and this is clearly referencing the Cassie incident. There's more. Prosecutors say in late 2023, following public allegations of the crimes, Combs and his associates would pressure victims and witnesses, including through attempted bribery, to stay silent. Tuesday morning, Diddy's son, King and Justin, were in Lower Manhattan outside federal court awaiting their father's appearance before a judge. If convicted on all counts, Diddy faces decades in prison. His lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, said going into the courthouse, he will fight like hell to get his client released on bail. Agnifilo said his client is not only not guilty, but outright innocent. Yeah, hold up, y'all. Now, dude, lawyers are paid a lot, though. He's being paid a whole lot of money make his uh to make his client sound innocent, because he even knows that he even don't believe that. He doesn't believe that. He's seen more than we did. He doesn't believe that. But lawyers, they be paid to make their people, to believe them, I guess. But he knows that for real, he doesn't believe that this man is outright innocent. Outright innocent of what? Because we all seen the Cassie footage. So we know he's not innocent with that. So outright innocent of what? Mark. Yeah. Okay. So moving on along, Diddy will appear before a judge Tuesday morning where the charges will be read. TMZ broke the story. Diddy was arrested Monday night at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan, where he had been staying. Law enforcement sources told TMZ the arrest was supposed to go down Tuesday, but something happened to accelerate it. Oreo Day, who had a contentious relationship with Diddy during filming of Making a Band, tells TMZ, I never thought I would see this day. We all buried this inside of us in order to be able to keep going. And not just me, but victims you don't even know yet. We are all processing that type of vindication can actually feel like now. Every conversation I've had with victims last night has been beyond moving on all levels. Homeland Security swooped in Monday evening and took Diddy into custody. He's expected to appear before a federal judge Tuesday, where the charges will be read. Diddy's lawyers told TMZ Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adoring his children, and working to uplift the black community. He is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal. Just like I just said, y'all. Didn't I just say they get paid to lie? They get paid to lie. He knows that, not even deep down inside, he knows that straight off top that he doesn't even believe this. So anyway, y'all, moving on along. 30 minutes before the arrest, Diddy was outside the hotel chatting it up with fans. Hours before the arrest, he was walking with his son, Christian King Combs, on the streets of New York. He's been in NYC for several days. On Sunday, he's been chilling in Central Park, and we're told he was fully aware the indictment was coming down the pipe, but did not know exactly when he'd be arrested. So now you know. Now you know. Now you know because you're sitting in jail. But just like I said, y'all, as far as with him, we all knew that this was coming. But now it's just a whole lot of names, a whole lot of names, a whole lot of people are afraid, y'all, that their names are going to come up. Some names have already been coming up, and more names are going to come up because just like RBO Day said, there are victims that we don't even know of yet. So that means, y'all, there's about to be a whole lot going on behind this Diddy thing, and everybody's gonna be vested in this because we all, now I'm not gonna say we all, but myself and pretty much the majority of people really have always had this feeling that Diddy was involved in a whole lot of stuff, y'all. We already felt like when Biggie's situation happened, a whole lot of us already felt off the top that Diddy had something to do with that. We already felt that off the top. When Tupac's situation happened, a lot of people, yeah, we thought about Suge, but Diddy's name definitely came up in a conversation. Every single time you talk about Pac's situation, Diddy's name is going to come up in a conversation too. So that, like I said, Kim Porter, nobody ever believed that Kim Porter just died of pneumonia. Nobody believed that. His name was always up in that as having to have done something to that woman. So all of that stuff is going to come back up. Now, I don't know. I saw them mention something about the arson thing. I know back a few months ago, Kimora Lee Simmons, her house, or she had to leave one of her houses, or something was going on with one of her houses where it had caught fire. And I think they believed that was arson. And a lot of people were saying that Diddy was going to try to burn her house down because she's one of the main ones that's talking about this book that Kim Porter was writing. So I think that Diddy thinks that she has possession of this material, or she does have possession of this material or whatever. So I'm wondering, is the arson case that they're talking about is in this, is it the Kimora Lee Simmons thing? Did he really have something to do with that? I need to look into that because I haven't seen anything else about that after it had happened, and people were speculating that Diddy had something to do with it, but I didn't see anything that said for a fact that he has something to do with that. So is that what they're talking about as far as the arson case that they're mentioning in this case? So yeah, y'all. Like I said, I'm glad to see it happen. I don't care what anybody say. Cause I was getting all of this gripe, and I see it all on social media every time something is mentioned about this man. how people always talking about we shouldn't be excited and laughing at his downfall and all that type of shit, y'all. I save that for the birds, and I've been saying it. Save it for the birds, because I don't care if this man was green. I don't care if he was purple. I don't care because he was black. I don't care. He was doing the stuff that he was doing, and I always felt like that he needed to go down for the stuff that he did, y'all. Especially when it came to the Biggie and Pac stuff and a whole lot of the other stuff that I've heard about him, rumors that I've heard about him throughout the years, only come to find out now that the stuff that I was hearing about him for years weren't just rumors, they were facts. So I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how you feel. His ass needed to go down, and I'm glad that he is. I'm glad that they finally arrested him, because he needed something to humble him. Just like I said, y'all, he needed something to humble him. Now, unfortunately, something didn't happen to humble him years ago, and maybe he wouldn't be in this position that he is right now. But he continued to do the things that he was doing because he was arrogant, and he thought that he was going to continue getting away with it. He thought that he would never be in the position that he's in right now. He thought that this would never happen. Never in a million years did he think that this would ever happen in his life. Yet, here we are today, and they got his ass finally. Now, what everybody is trying to see, because we know that with Jeffrey Epstein, everybody knows the situation and the story behind Jeffrey Epstein, and he was convicted for his crimes, and he was locked up. He was in prison, and he didn't stay locked up. I think Jeffrey Epstein was locked up for about a month or two. I know he wasn't locked up long before he uh before he was found unalive, and they tried to say that he unalived himself, but I don't think anybody believed that. I don't think not one person believed that this man unalived himself. He was too much of a threat to, I mean, come on, y'all. We talking about people, celebrities, big time celebrities, who's been to his island, who's been around this man, friends with this man, and all of that. And now, since we know what he was into, it's, we looking at the rest of them like, why were you there? Why were you on the island? And I kind of look at anybody like, I kind of feel like if you were on the island, you knew what was going on that island, and you were there for a reason. So you knew what was up to. Just like the same thing I think about with Diddy. So yeah, y'all, at the end of the day, they got him. So just like I said, this is about to be extremely interesting, because those names are about to be dropping like torrential rainfall. So we're about to see, y'all. This is about to be good. This is about to be good. This case is going to be watched all around the world by everybody, because I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing and feeling the exact same way about, feeling the exact same way with how I'm feeling right now about him. This needed to happen with him. He needed to go down. So anywho, y'all, thank y'all for watching my video. I'm out.